But here's the thing, the people doxing and swatting Keffals wasn't Kiwi Farms, it was actually a much more malicious website. I'm not going to name the site because if 100,000 people watch this video, statistically speaking, a couple of them are going to be crazy. I don't want them looking up her or her family's personal information, so I will call it Website Zero. Website Zero is what Keffals portrays Kiwi Farms as. Kiwi Farms is a glorified gossip forum where people troll and use slurs. People do dox on it, but it's not what the site is for. Saying otherwise is like getting doxed on Twitter and then saying all of Twitter is a doxing site. Website Zero is a malicious group of hackers and doxers meant to harass their target, not just online but in real life as well. They had the email that got her swatted, they have proof of her hacked Uber Eats orders showing that's how they kept doxing her. They explained how they confirmed her new address in Ireland with the dox of her roommate by the shape of the doorknobs in the background. When her family was swatted, what website was actively talking about it at the time? Website Zero. It's like the most complicated way to harass somebody. They would even fool me when they would file a complaint to the Copyright Claims Board on behalf of Keffals using White Forest as the copyright enforcer, trying to make it look like she wanted to revoke Kiwi Farms' safe harbor privileges. You could read just how ridiculous that sounds. I reached out to White Forest and the person who filed the claim, and they said they never did. You need to put a lot of personal information to file a complaint like this, meaning it was most likely Website Zero, and she knows it's been them the entire time, actively trying to silence people who talk about it. Saying in her DMs with Destiny, I was scared. Website Zero users aren't stupid like Kiwi Farms users. So this whole campaign is built off of a lie. Website Zero was too scary to go after, so she made it about the infamous troll site. Like what, is 4chan next? Hey, it's more marketable anyway.
Hey y'all, what's good? I'm back with another video, and today's video, man, I'm about to expose something that I've been so tired of. I don't like people withholding information. I understand what Willie Mack just said right there, is that he doesn't want, like, you know, if 100,000 people watch this, statistically, it's going to be some crazy fucking people that are going to get their hands on the information, might want to do malicious things, right? Here's my thinking, though, is that the people that are that crazy, that would go out of their way to do something malicious, don't you think that they probably already know about this website? Which is, I'm just gonna say, because I'm tired of these YouTubers not saying it, it's called Doxbin, by the way. The website is called Doxbin. The actual site that is harassing Keffals is not Kiwi Farms. Keffals just made a PR move essentially, and she went after Kiwi Farms to make the $100,000 so she could, you know, sit up in her fucking crack den and do crack all day. Basically, that's what it was. And then she felt really guilty and she wanted to like kill herself, but then she didn't. So, you know, who even knows? Maybe she was just guilt tripping people even more, because she's like the biggest crybaby on the internet. I mean, I think that's clear. This Willie Mack video went hard. The Muda Hard video should still be coming. But yeah, it's called Doxbin. I'm gonna throw up this little Google tab right here. You got this little, you know, thing from Wikipedia. You can pause and read if you want. But yeah, so it's a site of hackers, and basically they dox. And real quick, I'll just talk about like how I found it. So I was just searching random keywords until I came across this forum called let me find the name. It's like Hacker News or some bullshit. Here, I'll throw it up right now. Okay, it's called, yeah, Hacker News, man. So yeah, I'll throw up a bunch of screenshots here. They're just kind of like discussing it. You could stop and read if you want to. And then also there's a little bit discussion on Destiny's subreddit, but nobody was actually saying what it was. They were all being so fucking cryptic, and they were literally talking about like, oh, like, let's not give it such a cool name, you know, Website Zero is too cool of a name, and they still won't fucking like say what it is. So I just commented a couple times for a couple little different comment threads. This one I just said it's called Doxbin, you know, just plain and simply. Over here I said, yeah, for real, just say the damn name. It's Doxbin. Website Zero's fucking Doxbin. God, I hate YouTubers. Yeah, cause dude, like, okay, they're hackers, man. Like, you know, I'm from the streets, right? Like, so like nowadays with the modern shit, like you're fucking gangsters, like drug dealers, all that shit, man. They know hackers. You have to have hackers in the game, especially with how big like the scamming game is. Everyone's scamming now, man. You got all these fucking scam rappers and shit blowing up. So dude, it's not like I don't know about fucking hacking and shit. Like, for the most part, hackers, like most of them, they're not gonna come at you unless you're like morally questionable, right? Like, unless you're like a shady motherfucker. Like, they're like anonymous type motherfuckers mostly, like hackers. Like, they'll do some shady shit, some crazy shit, but like, I don't give a fuck about Keffals. Like, it's pretty obvious why Keffals is a target. Like, is that any surprise? Man, Keffals is fucking dirty. I ain't never met more of a dirty hoe. And it's probably because it's fucking two things. She's a Canadian, which already makes her dirty, and she's a politician. The bitch tried to do fucking politics before she did this internet shit, man. And you know, you never trust a fucking politician, because all politicians is corrupt, man. You can't be a good politician, because politicians are really just puppets at the end of the day. It's people with money, right? It's the elites, it's the corporations that really run shit at the end of the day, and then they make the politicians do their will. So yeah, that's just an evil, corrupt person from the get-go. And I'm so happy, man. Like, I spoke to Willie Mack a little bit, man. He called me a fucking legend. I'm gonna just put that out there. I said, like, yo, I'm gonna make this. And he just said, make sure you don't scrape your IP. I was like, bro, I use a VPN. None of this shit's in my real name. And honestly, dude, like, I got a mutual respect for these, like, hacker bros. Like, if y'all hacking, like, I respect y'all. If you don't got any issue to go after me, I won't go after you, you know? We can let each other be, like, powerful people, dangerous people, whatever the fuck. It's a lot of that in the world, you know? The world is not sweet. And I'm so tired of motherfuckers, especially, like, it seems like in the YouTube game especially. People act like shit is so fucking sweet. Like, here, let me tell you the brutal reality, especially in today's world. Nothing is, like, hidden or private or safe, right? Like, nobody is safe at the end of the day. Everyone's very vulnerable. Life is very fickle, right? Like, that's why I rely on God. You know, I got my family, I got my people around me, I'm protected, you know, I know how to move, and I stay to myself at the end of the day. I stay to myself, and I just try to take care of myself and do the best I can, you know, help out where I can, just try to be a good person. You know, I've been for a lot. But here's what you have to understand, is that nobody is safe. If the right person wants to find you and do whatever they want to do, they fucking can, and they will. Especially nowadays, you know, you got these, like, hackers on the internet, and everyone is, like, real shook and scared. But the thing is that if they wanted it to happen, if the right person wanted you gone, like, it would happen and no one would know, and they'd play it off as, like, a suicide. Like, we see this shit happen all the time. We see it play out all the time. It was just some incident where I forgot what it was. I might have to look it up, but it was a whistleblower that went missing or something. They said it was a suicide, and his friend came out saying that he told him, like, not long before he disappeared, that if anything happens, you know, it wasn't a suicide. I forgot what it was for a second there, but it was Boeing. It was the Boeing incident. It's been a huge story lately, you know. The complete decline of the quality of the Boeing planes, you know, it's really, you see capitalism falling apart on, like, a whole scale from everything. Like, you really see that happening right now. But the point is that this kind of stuff happens all the time, and you gotta get wise. You gotta understand that you gotta protect yourself, you gotta arm yourself, and you gotta really be smart. You gotta play it smart out there, because life is really fickle, and it's a lot of people that is very foolish. They walk around playing around with their lives, and the way Keffals acts, man, is just very foolish. Like, you're attracting a lot of negative attention, and it's not because you're trans, it's not because you're an activist, it's because you're a fucking manipulative, lying bitch, okay? You sit there and you do the YouTube game, and then when anyone else also does the YouTube game, you turn into a crybaby. You know, complete hypocrite. Like, I'm not surprised that you're riling up these types of people. And the reason why I'm not scared to talk about doxmen, to reveal it to everyone, why everyone else is not, is because of all these things I just mentioned. I know how the world is, man. So I don't care if these people know about me. I got nothing to be afraid of. I have no issue with them. It's like I said, like, you know, if there's some dangerous, powerful people, you know, I've ran with some dangerous, powerful people before, and that's my past, right? Like, I'm not in the streets anymore. That's my background. What I do is to tell people that, like, because that life wasn't for me. That life wasn't for me. I was lost running around doing fucking dumb shit, but I learned a lot about the world as a result of that. And you see, there's a lot of people that's kind of blind to how the world really is. You know, it's a lot of people that, like I said, they think shit is sweet, and it's not, you know? So, like, you know, And it's just, I want to talk a little bit about how people are so scared to say it. I don't understand why people are so scared to say what this website is. I don't know if it's mostly them being scared of being a target, but they usually say it's because they don't want to give the information to the public because they're scared of what the public's going to do with it. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I never understood that mentality, because literally, if the person is crazy enough to do something, they're probably a hacker on that site, or they're probably already extensively stalking Keffals or like looking into the information. So like I feel like the public has a right to know, because Keffals made it such a big deal, lied and launched a campaign against an innocent website when it's a different website that's actually responsible. So, you know, that's it. I'm gonna play this clip real quick. Even Keffals and Nick Diorio were talking, and you could just tell the vibe. Like, they're so scary to like say what it is. I'm gonna play this clip real quick.
All of us are here talking about like website X. We're all talking about how bad it is, how it's like a secret, how we don't speak the name of it, but everyone knows it and everyone's worried about it. And it's like, it sounds like the perfect website for a campaign for them to get dropped by their fucking service provider. Like, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't think the momentum is there for that, though. Like, with the Drop Kiwi Farms campaign, it was just really opportune timing. I had all this media attention on me, and journalists were, like, following every fucking thing I said and did.
mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know about the second website until they went after me.
Yeah, but when you describe it as like a worse version of the same website, but whoa, please don't talk about it. That's crazy.
Well, it's like, it's different.
If it's still affecting us from websites like Twitter, I don't know what the point of going to every individual random website is to try to start a change.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think it would be effective.
Well, that's what you did, and it wasn't effective. Kiwi Farms is still up.
So she's scary as hell, and she's a bully. I need you to understand what she did right there. She went after Kiwi Farms because she wasn't scared of them, and she knew she could win. She felt like she could push them around. She had the media attention, and she admits right there that, you know, going after Kiwi Farms is not effective in stopping like all these smaller websites. Like, if it's these group of hackers that from Doxman that are doing this, she knew the whole time. You know, that's right there. Like, there's so many more clips of evidence if you watch Willie Mack's full video, but like that little conversation with Nick Diorio about the true hackers, the true people that ended up doxing Keffals, that one little clip right there, she just says it right there. It's not effective. She did what she did because she's a fucking cry bully, and bullies will never face like a worthy adversary, right? Like, bullies will never face a worthy adversary. You know, it's just some weak shit, and I can't respect it. And honestly, dude, I got so triggered. I like people, I don't like withholding information. I believe people have a right to know the truth, and if I know something, I will tell you, right? I don't like keeping secrets or holding shit, unless if it's like I keep secrets of like friends, right? Like, I'm very loyal. I'm loyal even to a fault. So if someone tells me a secret, you know, if someone tells me something in confidence, I'll keep that a secret. But something like this, like, you know, I don't know why we're being so secretive on a public platform about this doxing site. I think everyone's just really fucking scary. I think that's what it is. And, you know, rightfully so. Like, they don't want to ruffle any feathers. You know, why not? You don't want to bring unnecessary attention. But I feel like this should only bring unnecessary attention. Not even unnecessary. This should only bring more negative attention on Keffals. It's very deservingly. I mean, you robbed trans kids for fucking crack. Most of the people that donated to you were young trans people that, like you said, looked up to you. And that's why you're so fucking sad and depressed. And you want them to look up to SpongeBob, because you know you're a bad role model. But shit, you can't have your cake and eat it too, Keffals. Anyways, peace out, bitches. Have a good one.